Hi, my name is Michael Err, strength and conditioning coach for the Charlotte Bobcats. Came down here this weekend to work at Punch Gym, see if I can bring some of the things that I've learned down here back up to my basketball players. I used kettlebells for the first time in the Ropes Gone Wild series, and we used a lot of things that I learned basically was, the conditioning aspect that comes from this that I can bring down with my guys. One of our biggest issues in the off season especially is trying to figure out ways to condition our guys without putting a pounding on their legs. And I feel that using the kettlebells, and especially the Ropes Gone Wild, we're able to get a metabolic effect, without pounding ourselves. And we can use that either in season, off season. It just has a way to change things up and to put a different stress on our players' bodies. I think kettlebell training is another way that we can also use to help us prevent injuries. A lot of the guys that I work with have a very difficult time just with the bending movement itself. They tend to be a lot more of squatters than benders. So using the swings and those types of progressions, as well as some of the other more complex movements, I think we can load the hips and the posterior chain a lot more. And I think that's going to go a long way into preventing injuries, especially ACL tears and things like that, by loading the hips more than loading the quads. And that's one of the biggest things that we see as a corrective technique, and to put more stress, again, onto our backsides and our hips and take all that pressure off our knees is a very important thing. I think in that way we'll see a lot of the nagging injuries that we see throughout the season, patellar tendonitis and things like that. Hopefully we'll see those types of things decrease. And again, the main goal for us is to keep our guys on the floor, so keep our coaches happy. With any professional team, I feel evaluating your players and try to figure out a level of conditioning is very important. I think the corrective strategies is a great way for us to kind of evaluate our guys on a different level. Using these tests are much different than a lot of the other tests that are out there. They're a lot more strength-oriented, a lot more mobility-oriented, and putting ourselves into mobility positions that, I think a lot of people aren't accustomed to, but are still extremely important. So using those things especially, I think we'll be able to better gauge what our athletes can do, and then design our programs around those progressions. I just want to really thank Punch Gym, Anthony, letting me come up here, hanging out with these guys for the weekend. It was a great experience. If I can encourage anybody just to come in here, put another tool in their toolbox, and learn the things that they can here, I think it would go a long way to improving just the general health of your own athletes and clients.